It's Week 8 of the National Football League.
And we're going to look here at Marvin Jones. No one's been busier this season as he currently paces the NFL in receptions.
It's the Jaguars and the Broncos.
And it's coming right up on Madden NFL 23.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Denver Broncos and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis on hand with you. And CD, if you look at this one on paper, it seems pretty obvious what we might see because you've got one of the league's best passing offenses against a secondary that really has struggled to defend the pass this season.
And I certainly hope that they are ready to go in the secondary for this one because I certainly don't expect them to back off throwing the football. That's their strength. That's their identity. So how do you counteract it? Do you change your coverages? Can you mount a pass rush? You've got to get a few takeaways in order to try and even things up.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. On first down, Jacob. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. This game, the ninth that the Jags have played here in London, you might know that Sean Conn, he's the owner of both the Jaguars and Fulham in the English Premier League on the soccer side of things. And this is the third of 3 London games the NFL will play this year. But there is one more game to come over on the continent. The Seahawks and Bucks from Munich, Germany. The first time a regular season game will be played there. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Off the play fake, Jacob. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field. Pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football right on the money.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And a nice little start as he's able to get this up to the 28. He's able to call his own number for 8 that time, but it leaves him with a 3rd down. This defense for the Broncos, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Jacob. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
To throw on 3rd down, Jacob. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter. The Jaguars on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd down and 12. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And this field. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They go play action here on 1st down. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that
he's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Well, that call makes sense, because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd and 2, Jacob, and that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Christian Kirk from 6 yards away. And the Jaguars are once again back in front. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile, because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw. Jacob. And able find Kirk complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
It's Kareem Jackson making the play defensively.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. The Jaguars sitting at 5-2 on the year, and they come in on a good run, winners of 5 of their last 7.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Well, that'll get them the first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. Now the Jags are moving quickly in the hurry-up. On 1st and 10, Jacob. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
This is caught. It's Kirk. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 25-yard line. Play action. Jacob. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. Again, he'll drop to throw. Touchdown, Jaguars! Marvin Jones in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jaguars have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. This offense ready to get back out there as they'll have the football to start the third quarter. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
Now this throw caught left side, and he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Takk McKinley made his way into the backfield.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Jacob. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. And the last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And Ingram hauls it in. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off for the 1st down. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Robinson up the middle. And down to the 41.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Robinson with another carry.
Holding offense.
So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
Now he'll throw deep left side. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Quan Williams. And the Broncos are going to get the football here as the... So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this is incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. And this offense on 3rd down today, 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 10. And a catch made by his tight end, Luke Farrell. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. A big 3rd down play there for the Jags. 43 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Off the play fake. Jacob. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. 23 yards, the final tally.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. I can't imagine that in their huddle, that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal.
Touchdown! Luke Farrell, his first touchdown on the year. After an excellent punt, this offense in a tough spot down inside their own 5. To throw from his end zone, Jacob. And his throw here is incomplete.
And next time, Brandon, I think you might want to consider running it because those defensive backs, they were plastered to the receivers, and they weren't letting up as that play went on.
Handoff now to Robinson. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. To throw from his end zone. Jacob, hard throw, incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
They go for it on 4th and goal, but that lines up incomplete. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Off the bootleg, Jacob. Now he'll let it go on the run, deep left side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Off play action. Jacob. He targets Ingram for another grab. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Off the play fake. Jacob. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Marvin Jones with his 13th touchdown of the year. Extra point try now for Santoso. And the lead is down to a field goal now. That time 75 yards. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And some room to work. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Now, Wilson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Wilson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Back to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. After the incomplete pass here now is 2nd and 10. He's back to throw. Able to find Jones. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. 11 yards for number 11.
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively, they were guarding the sidelines, trying to keep them from getting out of bounds. They took what they gave them, and it was successful.
Tay Crowder able to make the play. Now the Jags are moving quickly in the hurry-up. Here's Robinson again on second down.
And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. He'll look to throw. Into the hands of Ingram. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Farrell. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Back to the ground with Robinson. Room here to run. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. Again, it's Robinson. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And with 4 seconds remaining, they will call the timeout. So just enough of a cushion there to bring on the field goal unit and try to send this one to the extra session. Ryan Santoso now in a high-pressure spot. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. 4 seconds to go. This would send us to overtime. And his kick here is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime, they've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
And he'll get this up to about the 40. 70 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. They've got the jumbo set out there. A huge play in this overtime session. It's 3rd and inches. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down. They go with the ground game, pick up the 1st, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of a play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone. All right, you don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to him.
And now this first drive in OT continues. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They'll run again here with Robinson. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Two minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now a first throw here in overtime. Steps away, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Jags are moving quickly in the hurry-up. On the give, here's Robinson. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. On the move to his left. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And the Broncos are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime. Boy, that's a tough one right there, CD. They fought back to tie it, to send it to overtime, had all the momentum, and then that interception.
That fighting spirit, those fighting plays that got them back into it, maybe a little too aggressive there, throwing the interception, and now they've opened the door to get beat by a field goal coming back the other way.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense. So we'll take a break with them and be right back. And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. Now Wilson. Able to find Judy. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Now hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Wilson. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. On the return, here's Agnew. Well, how about this? The very, very rare tie that we just witnessed. Hard to believe.
You don't see it very often. A bonus period of football, yet both teams go home a little bit unsatisfied.
So that's it. No double overtime until the playoffs rolled around, so that means this one ends in a tie.
Yeah, that's ultimately unsatisfying for both teams, the fan bases. Heck, for us.
True.
We came here to see a winner, right?
We did.
Winner and a loser. We didn't get it. We end up with a tie. Everyone walks away. A little bit cranky on this one.
Man.
Yeah.
MEH, man.